Hello! Today I want to talk about manifesting your dreams, and I'm going to talk about that sign a little later. I have alluded to this before, but today I want to go deeper on why you don't have everything you want in life. The beauty of this knowledge is that it's so simple. It's like when you know this, getting what you want becomes as simple as being willing to grow yourself. And if you're watching this, you're willing. So here's the concept we're playing with today. There's no wanting something without the need to grow before you can have it. After all, if you were ready for it, the universe would already have given it to you. Is the universe just another word for a God who's sitting there handing things out? And you go and you say, I want a home, please. And God says, no, you're not worthy yet. You need to go do ABC. No. You are the only one who subconsciously believes you don't deserve it. I just like to say the universe, because that's how I look at it. We have everything exactly the way we think we deserve it. If you're thinking right now, that's bullshit, I want and I deserve a Ferrari. I just can't afford it. I ask you, why can't you afford it? You might say, I didn't go to college. Or I did go to college, but there was a recession, and then my aunt got sick, and I had to take care of her, and then I lost my job, and I had to take this job that I have now. None of that matters. If you truly believe, and we're talking subconsciously, that it was your God-given right to make $500,000 a year so you could afford a Ferrari, nothing would stop you from having it. It's all tied together. There's no separating your self-worth or what you think you deserve from what you have in your life. If you know even one person that looks like you, is where you're from, has your challenges, who has done something that you want to do, that is the universe saying you can have it too. It's your job to figure out how to get it, and I'm here to tell you that how you get it is by increasing your self-worth. That's why there is no want without the need for growth before you can have it. And this leads me to the topic of manifesting. This is my sign for manifesting because we really do make it up as we go. I talk about limiting beliefs a lot, and let me just emphasize that they are limiting because they are negative. And I've said this before, we can choose what to believe. I'll give you an example about my son. My son struggled in math in school, but one day he says to me, Mommy, I'm super good at math. And I'm looking at him, not for this long, and I quickly say, yes, you are, up top. Because what is the harm in letting him believe something positive about himself, even if it's not true? Truth is a perspective most of the time, an opinion really. Most of us go through life worried about what other people will think, and let's be specific. We're worried about other people thinking negative things about us, not positive. Why? Because we already have a list of negative beliefs about ourselves. Let me give you another example. I'm not good enough. Most of us have this limiting belief running in the background. And this isn't about being good at math or science or art. This is about being good enough as a person, worthy. And it could look like I'm not lovable, or I'm alone, or I'm not wanted, etc. So I'm not good enough. What if I just decided to believe I'm good enough? What if I just decided I might not be good at math or science, but as a person, I am good enough and worthy of love and belonging and having everything I dream of? Who's going to argue with me? Nobody. What are they going to do? No, you can't have that because you're not good enough. You're fundamentally just not good enough. Nobody's going to say that. Yeah, people can be cruel and they can say very mean things, but if you decide you're good enough, that's the end of it. So that's what I mean by we get to choose. We get to just decide I am good enough. For anything. For everything. In fact, if you're worried about what other people will think, I challenge you, because I like to do that, to put down below, I am good enough, period. And then go tell 10 people, I just want to let you know, I'm good enough. I guarantee that, well, at least 9, but probably 10 out of 10 will say, yeah, you are. And then you can tell them, and you're good enough too, because all of us need to hear that. Okay, so that's the make it up part of this sign for manifestation or manifest. The part where it shows up is what I talked about at the beginning. This is the real manifestation process. We attract things and things show up in our lives only when we feel worthy. That's why it's so important to work on one thing and one thing only. Our belief that we are worthy of having all of the things that we don't now have in our lives, whether it be love, a house, that dream job, more friends, to feel like you belong, just feeling good enough in general. That is synonymous with our self-worth. Here's an example. I recently got into property management. When it came to me, I thought to myself, how have I not been doing this all along? This is a perfect fit for me. It speaks to the hostess in me. It speaks to the planner in me. And it speaks to the traveler in me. It's the perfect thing for me, and I should have been doing it my whole life. So why wasn't I? There are parts of managing property that I didn't understand before, but it wasn't so much I didn't understand it. It was more that I didn't feel I could handle it, or I was worthy of that much money, or that much success, or doing complicated financial things. So the answer is, I've been working on my self-worth. The opportunity came to me only when my self-worth was ready to recognize it. Prior to that, did the opportunity not exist? Of course, owning property and property management has been around for thousands of years, but I only saw it when my self-worth was a match for the opportunity. So again, if you don't have everything you want in your life, the answer is so simple. It might not be easy, but it is simple. Work on your self-worth. Work on feeling worthy of having your dream life. See you next time.